Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Ashley, and this is County Line Homestead. Um, I just recently was talking to my husband, and we realized that we had never really introduced ourselves. Um, so I want to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about me and my husband and our family and our journey, what we have already done, and where we plan to go from here. Um, so, like I said, my name is Ashley. Um, I am married to my wonderful husband, Scott. Uh, you'll see him periodically through the videos. He does work a full-time job, and I am a stay-at-home mom with our 5 kids. Uh, 2 of which attend public school. 1 is homeschooled, and then we have 2 babies, a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old. So, who will also be homeschooled, but not anytime soon. We're working on ABCs. So, the reason that our 2 girls go to public school was they're extremely involved. And when we had decided to homeschool, um, it didn't make sense to pull them out. We pulled out our son, who is now a freshman, and we couldn't have made a better decision. He does have a lot of medical issues, so doctor's appointments and things like that were always a struggle with attending public school and attendance and stuff. But now that we have more freedom to, hit the number of days that we need within the year and the flexibility to, do some work on the weekend or whatever is extremely beneficial to him. So we do homeschool our son. He is a freshman this year. Last year was our first year homeschooling, and I mean, he did well. He did a lot better than he was doing in public school, and I think that's because he had the time to actually put into learning. When he was in public school, it was like, oh, doctor's appointment, gotta leave, and or hey, I gotta go do this or catch the bus early or whatever. So he was missing out on like a lot of learning. And when we started homeschooling, that wasn't the case. It was very beneficial for him. So we are now in our second year of homeschooling. Last year we did BJU Press through and through. Every class was BJU Press. It was a good transition. It was a lot like public school because it was very textbook, read the textbook, answer the questions, take the quiz, and take the test. There wasn't much to it. And listen to the lecture. So it was a good transition, but he got very bored with it very fast. So sometimes it was a struggle. Like, you gotta read, you gotta listen to the lecture, you know what I mean? But this year so far, we have been learning for almost a month now, and it's been going well. So this year, we kind of picked and chose our curriculum for each subject. So teaching textbooks is math, and I have to say that I love teaching textbooks. It's wonderful. He can log on and everything. It's so visual, and that's what he needs. He needs the visual. And if he doesn't get a question right, they explain it to him again. And it's not like having this teacher that goes, "Oh, why won't you just get it?" Like, no. It's a program. right? So no matter how many times he gets it wrong, not going to change their attitude. They're not going to, you know how some teachers can do that? Like they can like kind of, oh, I've explained this to you 17 times. Why haven't you gotten it yet? I know that feeling because I was that student. Um, but it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. And he likes it. He doesn't mind it, I should say. He doesn't like it because it's math, but he doesn't mind it. I don't have to pull teeth to get him to do his math. So that is absolutely wonderful. Let's see, for English, we are doing the Good and the Beautiful High School 1. We're currently on Unit 1, and I feel like it's going well. This will be a good opportunity for him to learn how to manage his time wisely, because he only has, I think I gave him, the pamphlet says to give 15 school days to complete the work. I'm giving him 19. So he's going to have to learn, you know, in order to get this done in the time you want to get it done, you know, you can't just do it one day a week. You have to do it every day of the week. So, but he'll learn, right? And he's going to be faced with timelines and stuff when he's a grown-up. It's the way it is. Got a timeline. So, Good and the Beautiful High School 1 for English, teaching textbooks for math. We are doing the first half of the year, we're doing U.S. Constitution course from the Good and the Beautiful. I really like that. I really, really like that. So far, I mean, we're on like lesson 4, I think, maybe, but it's really good. You do it together, so it's kind of like a refresher for me and good for him. He really likes U.S. history, so it's a good one. I hope to do that course with the younger two too. So I'm trying to keep everything in the best shape I possibly can. And then for science, we're doing... What the heck is it called? Okay, here it is. Okay, so he is doing Exploration Education, Advanced Physical Science. This is a pretty cool curriculum so far. It's like STEM based, so it's very hands-on. He's already made an electric car. So it's kind of like a combination of like physical hands-on projects and experiments, and then he'll answer questions in here. This is like his workbook. And then he'll get online and listen to the lesson. So far I haven't heard any complaints. It's nice and fun for him because him and Dad get to do the projects together. So that is nice. For foreign language, we are doing talkbox.mom. It's like a language subscription that you subscribe to, and you can get the whole family involved, and you hang these little posters and stuff all over the house, and you all pretty much learn the foreign language together. So we are enjoying that, but that is currently on hold until we're done moving. And then once we're done moving, we'll get all the posters back out and hang around the house. It's a lot of fun. So that is what we are doing homeschool wise. We are also going to be meeting with a career counselor, I guess. She will help guide him because our son does have spina bifida. So she will be able to guide him into navigating the job system, because it is quite different than how you and I would apply for a job. You know, there's a lot of ins and outs. I mean, work hours, like pay, uh, all these different things, just so he can, yeah, keep his medical coverage. uh, but she will help him learn how to advocate for himself, and you know, complete jobs, like how to interview, all of these things. So that is going to be very beneficial. We are going to start that once we complete our move. And lastly, we are going to be doing the Dave Ramsey Financial University. So I think that that'll be very beneficial to him as well. It's a lot of big, like, it's a lot of like real life stuff this year. Like, he's a freshman. He needs to start like learning how and what to expect in the real world, in my opinion. I know growing up, I didn't learn any of this stuff, you know? How do you do your taxes? I don't know. I asked my mom. We started our homesteading journey pretty much like right as COVID hit. Once everything pretty much started running out in the stores, we realized how fragile the system was. And at that point in time, the stores were still open. So we were able to go ahead and get lumber and get a bunch of compost and topsoil. And we built a raised garden bed. We built 5 4x4 garden beds. And that's where we started. So we did that the first summer, and we loved it so much that we did it again the following summer. The second year we had expanded, and we had the 5 raised garden beds, and then we also did a 20 by 30 section of our backyard and completely tilled it and everything. And we also did a 4 by 20 area for corn. And we also did a 22 by a 3 by 22 area in front of our deck. And we had all of our beans there. So the second year, we just kind of went crazy. And our neighbor actually used to own a farm. So he has been very insightful through our gardening journey, really. Just kind of, giving us advice on what to do about the corn and the potatoes. And, every year we give him some produce just because, he's so kind and always offering up his words of wisdom. So, but yeah, and then the second year that we had the garden, we also got rabbits. We got a breeding trio of rabbits for meat production for our family. And that lasted for a while. It's been like a year and a half. So, yeah. That was difficult though. Since we do live in a subdivision, it was difficult because we're not allowed to have livestock, and technically a rabbit is livestock. So we we had to like hide our rabbits the best that we could. But we still managed to keep them for a year and a half. Now, we don't live in an HOA. No one came knocking on our door or anything like that. It was just, we got rid of the rabbits because there was a guy at Scott's work. We weren't looking at moving per se. We were tossing around the idea, but we didn't feel like we were ready yet, right? And we were just waiting for that sign. One day, Scott called me on his lunch break and was like, hey, this guy at my work knows this lady whose dad was 98 and had passed away, and he has 11 acres. And they're selling it. You want to go take a look? And I'm like, sure, where's it at? And it was literally like 5 minutes down the road from where we are now. So I was like, sure, we can check it out and see what it has to offer. So we went and we looked at the property. I loved it. I loved it. Scott did not. He liked the property. He didn't like the house. I loved the property and I liked the house. But we put in an offer and it didn't get accepted. Turns out some developer weaseled his way in and got it, and it's going to turn it into another subdivision just like everywhere else. So that unfortunately is gone to whatever. But so we just kept looking around, and there was this other property that came on the market, and Scott and I both looked at it like, man, that's really nice. If this house stays on the market, we might have to go look at it. Like we gave it a weekend because there was an open house that weekend. So we were like, well, if this house stays on the market, we'll take a look at it on, this coming week if it's still for sale on Monday. Well, it was. So we went and we looked at it. And this is the property that we are going to move to. It's on the county line. And so it's like, my daughter has a friend that lives like right up the road because it's our backyard, or not backyard, but the back part of our property is in the county that we're in now. So it'll be fun. It'll be a good move. Can't wait to get there. It's going to be wonderful. Still need to pack. Our closing's coming up. All the good things. So, it's very exciting. It turns out like a lot of people our age are kind of finding that out. It's like, at one time, there was family land, but no one wanted to do it. No one wanted to take care of it. Why not sell it off? And it all gets sold off and made into subdivisions, and now here we are trying to get it all back. I don't know. We really want and hope to be able to have a good functioning farm. And I mean, hopefully our kids will want to carry it on. That is our goal, is for this to be like generational. Even if it's not, as big as Tyson or whatever, we want to be able to provide food and life to our family and our community, and hope that one day they'll be able to do the same. But it's all hopes and dreams. Anyway, that's all I have for today. If you guys have any questions or want to know more about something that I didn't cover or did but only touched on briefly, comment below. I'll answer. Oh, our daughter just texted me and said she learned how to say a whole sentence in Spanish. That's exciting. But yeah, comment below if you have any questions, and I will either answer them in the comments, or if it needs further explanation, I may do a video on it. But I was also thinking of having Scott do his own little bit of introduction. So if you want to see that, go ahead and let me know, and I can definitely get that arranged. We talked about it, so I can definitely get it arranged. He was like, I don't even know. I was like, well, I'll ask. So, yes, let me know if you want to hear from Scott. Let me know if you have any questions. And in the meantime, we will just, we'll see you in the next one.